Good evening, everyone. Hopefully you can hear us live here from the Bob Lucas Stadium. We're a little bit late starting, unfortunately. Just a few delays in traffic. I can just tell you that we are a couple of minutes into the game and it's still 0-0. Slough have had Mark Scott make a good save from an effort, and we're just we've had a fun time getting here today. Coach was a little bit late picking us up, so we're rushing around. So hopefully that you're listening now, you can hear us, and we'll just set everything up so that we can go on. As I'll just start to describe the game, as the ball's just played out now to Davis for Weymouth. Gets the ball back on the right hand side, bit of space for him here, looks to play a good ball in. There's a great ball in there, and offside was Ben Thompson, but it's over the top of the bar anyway, and out for a goal kick. It's still 0-0 here at the Bob Lucas Stadium, and we're just a couple of minutes into the game. If you do want to get in contact with us, you can contact us on Twitter at MyFC Rebels Radio, or if you're going through YouTube, you can look on YouTube and it will come up on that. So hopefully you're all receiving us loud and clear, and we'll just carry on with the commentary and try and run through the teams when we get a second, as Mark Scott takes this free kick for Slough. Long kick, and it's going to be headed away there by Zubert, and it's coming to the centre to Dobson. Dobson's picked the ball up 35 yards away from goal. Goes through one player, goes through another player, still got the ball. He's got Stonehouse to his left, just tries to overrun it, and it's going to be cleared by Weymouth. Down the line here, looking for the run of Thompson. Thompson in the foot race with Hewitt. Hewitt goes back to his goalkeeper, and a high ball, and then Scott comes out, and then Brad Hewitt will hook the ball out wide to Sean Fraser, but he sucks it out a little bit too far there, and it's gone out for a throw-in to Weymouth. About 25 yards away from goal, and it's taken quickly and well cleared there by Nisbet, who's passed a late fitness test, and then there's an offside decision on this near hand side, and Slough will have a free kick just outside the edge of their area. So our apologies for being late on, but we are with you now, so hopefully you're all receiving us loud and clear, as Mark Scott will take this free kick to get the game back underway. Again, long kick, trying to find Dobson on this left hand side. Dobson beaten to the ball, comes through to Rodriguez. Rodriguez plays the ball out on the far hand side to Winnell. Winnell under a little bit of pressure, plays it back in. Duba under pressure from Barney, plays a sensible ball though across the line towards Brooks. Ball's played in, it's come off, and Nisbet's been turned there well by Rodriguez, trying to play in. Brooks, who's made an on-running rush, gets a cross into the far post, but it's way over hit. And did it go out of play? I don't think it has. It's still in play, and Warren Harris will keep that in on the far-hand side. Plays it off a Weymouth player and wins a goal kick. And we'll try and run through the teams quickly with you, starting as there's a little bit of break and play with the Weymouth team in claret and blue. In goal is 13 Dan Thomas, 2 is Mark Cooper, 3 Jake Winnell, 4 Billy Lowe's, 5 Stefan Zubar, 6 is Calvin Brooks, 7 Dean Evans, 8 Charlie Davis, 9 Dan Smith, 10 Ben Thompson, 11 Aaron Rodriguez. Substitutes are 12 Ashley Wells, goalkeeper and manager is Jason Matthews, 14 Sam Jordan, 15 Stuart Yettin, and 16 is Chris Shepherd. As Brad Hewitt heads the ball away, trying to find Dobson. It's well won there in the middle by Davis, but he can't keep it in. It's out for a throw into Slough. Just run quickly through the Slough team with you. Mark Scott in goal. Captain is number 2, Storm Fraser. 3, Paul Stonehouse. 4, Brad Hewitt. 5, Mark Nisbet. 6, Lee Togwell. 7, James Dobson. 8, Simon Dunn. 9, Lee Barney. 10, Gavin James. 11, Warren Harris. Substitutes for the Rebels: 12, Nathan Webb. 14, Adrian Sear. 15, Gherkin Gottman. And 16 is Charlie Empire. And there's not a lot going on at the moment. The ball's just out of play, and it's a throw to Weymouth, which will be taken by Cooper, and plays it back in. It's gone across to the goalkeeper Thomas, and Thomas spreads it out to Zubar. Zubar can turn, and it looks like that Weymouth are playing 3 at the back as Harris puts a couple of players under pressure. Ball's almost won by Fraser, loses it, overruns it, and it comes to Thompson. Thompson plays it into Davis. Davis trying to orchestrate, trying to play one of those balls that splits the defence. He split it too far and gone into the hands of Mark Scott. Mark Scott looking to get Slough on the side with a long kick forward, trying to find Gavin James, but it's cleared well, and there's an offside there against the Weymouth player, and Slough will have a free kick just 5 yards inside their own half. So our position high up in this main stand here at the Bob Lucas Stadium, with Slough playing from right to left as Nisbet takes the free kick, aims for Dobson. Dobson volleys the ball across goal. Only comes as far as Winnell. Winnell plays the ball up to Thompson. Gives it to Rodriguez. Rodriguez trying to run through the middle here. Closed down by Nisbet. Goes through to Darley. Overhit their pass there, and Dobson picks it up for Slough. Plays it through to Hewitt, and Nisbet will play it back to his goalkeeper. Scott will just kick the ball just roughly outside his area, just trying to get Slough a little bit further down the pitch. And again, long kick forward. This one will go all the way straight through to the goalkeeper Thomas at the other end. And Mark Scott with an exceedingly long kick here today. We will be joined at some time by Dan Brent, who's just having some lunch. We were very late getting here today, so as Thomas just hits the ball. It's not the best of kicks. Underneath it is Evans and Dobson, the two number 7s. It's come off Dobson and out for a throw to Weymouth. And Weymouth will just wait for Cooper to come and take this throw. And Cooper just looking for an option. Plays it in towards Thomas. High foot there surely by Hewitt, but Dobson then with the clearance. It's underneath it is Zubar. Zubar heads it only as far as Warren Harris. Just takes it down on his thigh. Just overruns it a little bit and trying to play it through to Fraser. Fraser can cross the halfway line. He's got the number 9 Smith in contention. He's still lost the ball there, but it comes back to Simon Dunn. Dunn past the late fitness test to play. He's got the ball in towards Barney. Barney comes a little bit deep, trying to find Warren Harris. Well cut out there by the left back Winnell, and then Slough trying to put a little bit of pressure on. Sean Fraser with a late tackle there, and he's just going to get a talking to here from the referee, who is Mr. James Robinson. As I think that maybe some of the Weymouth fans thought it was a little bit worse than it was, and it's a free kick to Weymouth, 15 yards inside their own half, which will be taken by Zubar. Zubar's just going to... He's taking ages. He gives it towards Davis. Davis then runs back to his own goal, then spreads it out here to Brooks. Brooks just looks up, trying to find the ball. Long ball play forward, and Hewitt heads the ball clear. It's out for a throw. Slough just asking if it was a high foot. Quickly taken in by Cooper, but only as far as Stonehouse. Cleared. Only as far as Davis. Davis trying to bring the ball forward, trying to chip it in towards Thomas, but it's been brought out by Nisbet. Nisbet plays it now into the path of Warren Harris. Warren Harris got two players on him. Just a good challenge there on the far hand side by Smith, who wins the ball back for Weymouth, and then it's played back with Davis. It's back to Winnell on that far right hand side. Winnell trying to find the run of Thompson, but Nisbet comes across and cuts that one out, and out for a throw to Weymouth, taken quickly by Winnell, and plays it to Zubar. Zubar with plenty of time to play the ball across to Brooks. Brooks brings the ball forwards 20 yards, 30 yards, still running with the ball, still no one trying to tackle him. 40 yards, he's still going with the ball all the way down, and then a good tackle there by Dobson. Cuts the ball out, it's out for a throw on this near hand side. As the Weymouth fans make a little bit of noise. Ball's with Zubar on the halfway line. Again, looking for an option. Lee Barney trying to close him down. He's forced out to the far hand side where Winnell is. Winnell just again under some pressure from Slough, and then it's up towards Dan Smith. Dan Smith does well to evade the challenge of Fraser. And Fraser trying to get back in him, but Warren Harris covers for him. And it's out for a throw. So good tackle there, and he's actually won a throw in there. So good. Contact us if you want. If you're listening on the YouTube, you can go through to the comment section. As the ball's just thrown over the top. It's headed clear by Weymouth, and then Gavin James heads it, trying to find Barney. Barney beat into the ball, and then Warren Harris just got caught there as he cleared that. No hint of a foul there by the referee, and the referee's not going to call it back for two possible fouls. The ball's in the centre with Evans, who wastes the ball. It's up to Hewitt for Slough. Back to Stonehouse. Stonehouse turns, gives it to Dobson. Dobson got a chance to run. Oh, he's just played the ball a little bit too far in front there, and it's now picked up by Evans for Weymouth. Weymouth just sitting with looks like a 3-4-3 formation here today. And ball played forward up towards Smith on the far hand side. Smith just robbed of the ball by Togwell, and it comes through to Hewitt. Hewitt in towards Fraser, and Fraser just caught there and again, and the referee says nothing of it. Ball played out here to Rodriguez. Rodriguez up against Stonehouse, cuts inside, looks to shoot, shoots, and then Mark Scott, oh, he spills it, but gathered it at the second attempt there. Slough under a little bit of pressure here at Weymouth for ground. They've never had much luck on in the 2 games they've played here so far against Weymouth in the Southern Premier League. They've lost 3-2 and 6-1. So hopefully they'll try and end that 2-2 like they did on Saturday when they ended the Reddit 2-2. As Scott, long kick forward, headed clear by Winnell, and it'll come through to Hewitt. Hewitt just plays the ball forward. It's headed clear again by Weymouth with Evans towards Davis. Davis in a deep-lying playmaker role, trying to find Rodriguez. Rodriguez with a heavy touch comes through to Stonehouse. Stonehouse comes out on this no-hand side, plays the ball off Rodriguez up towards Dobson. Dobson flicks the ball on, only as far as Davis. He's got acres of space, plays the ball up in the air. Cooper heads it in, then towards Evans, towards Davis, then towards Evans, and Gavin James wins the ball for Slough. Still got the ball, but he's lost it there, and Weymouth all over Slough at the moment. Ball played forwards, but that's going to run all the way out for a goal kick, and Slough under some pressure here. And Dan's got the microphone in his hand. He's tweeting as well, so he's doing the club Twitter today, so you might hear him a little bit, but not a lot.
Yeah, good evening everyone.
So he is there, just to prove that there is just...
Can you definitely hear me this week?
I can hear you, don't have to shout.
Just want to check.
We can hear you, don't worry.
After the Holloway's Park incident where I wasn't turned up loud enough, you know.
I think that was on purpose. As Scott gets the game back on the way with this long kick. A towards Dobson. Dobson flicks it on, trying to find Barney. It's cleared by Zubar. Out to Fraser. Fraser wins that header. Heads it back onto Dobson. Dobson heads it towards Dunn. Dunn back towards Dobson. So now a bit of play here. Dobson crosses. Headed clear by Winnell. It'll come through to Fraser on this far right hand side. Plays it back towards Dunn. Dunn playing in. Trying to find James. James finds Barney off with some good strong tactics. Plays it back to Warren Harris. Harris chips the ball. It's come off a Winnell, and it's out for a corner. And James just asking the referee though if he was possibly fouled as he held that ball up, but the referee has said nothing. It's a corner to Slough on the far hand side. So good evening to I think that S Delane 123 is maybe Stephen Delaney, so good evening to him. And we've got a couple of other people listening as well coming in on YouTube, so good evening to all of you as we await this in swinging corner on the far hand side by Dobson. As Dobson just waiting for some movement in the box for Slough. Gets the deep ball in, aimed towards Nisbet. Free header for Nisbet. Just can't keep it down. It's over the top of the bar and out for a goal kick. So we've had a little bit of fun getting here tonight. The coach, unfortunately, was a little bit late getting here. We are having a few internet problems as well. So just bear with everything going on at the moment, and hopefully you're catching us as best we can, as we wait for Thomas to get this game back underway with a goal kick. Long kick aimed on the far hand side towards Thompson. It's come off the head of Nisbet and out for a throw. Still remains 0-0 here, and it's a throw halfway inside the Slough half, taken quickly by Winnell, trying to find Lowe's, and Winnell on the far hand side does well and gets the ball back with a lucky 1-2. It's hit a Weymouth player as it comes through. It shoots from distance, does Dan Smith, but safely into the arms of Mark Scott, and that's the third decent save that Scott's made today already this evening. There's a drummer with the Weymouth section there. Long kick forwards, aimed towards Gavin James. It'll break here to Dobson. Dobson just realising where a ball. Gets it towards Barney. Barney trying to play it in. It comes through to James inside the 6-yard box. James got a shot. He gets it into the middle. Oh, and Slough have a shot through Warren Harris, which is blocked. And I think it was Cooper in the end that blocked the shot. It looked as though Gavin James had got the cross in, and Slough with their first ever, a good defensive tackle there. And it's corner to Slough on this near hand side, and Dobson goes over to take this one again. This will be an outswinging corner as the Weymouth fans to the goal behind the right make a lot of noise. Slough with this corner. Dobson just waiting for a bit of movement inside the box before he gets it. Referee's just telling him to hurry it up, as still waiting for Dobson to play this corner in. Whips the ball in. It's come off the head of Lee Barney. It's gone all the way across goal, and it's been kept in on the far hand side by Weymouth. Weymouth trying to play the ball up, trying to find Smith. Smith challenged by Fraser. Fraser gets a touch, but it only breaks through to Weymouth in the centre with Davis. Davis now finds Evans. Evans can look up. It's got Cooper on this near hand side of right back. Right back cuts inside, back towards Lowe's, and then to Evans. Evans closed down here by Dobson, the two number 7s, and then Evans has to go all the way back to his goalkeeper Thomas, and Slough quite happy to let him have the ball And they've thrown it out to Zubar. Zubar now closed down by Gavin James. Will go back to his goalkeeper Thomas, and the defenders for Weymouth trying to get Weymouth further forward. Ball played on the far hand side to Winnell. Winnell does well to win the header, and then to Thompson. Now Thompson's got a chance to break into the box. He's got a chance to cross it. He's crossed it back a bit too far. It's a miss hit there, and then a good tackle. Ball's come back out, and there's an offside that saves Slough's blushes. And it's a free kick to Slough, but Thompson there breaking through on that far hand side. And it's a good defensive play in the end by Slough with a good line. I think that Smith came back from an offside position to get the ball, but Slough under a little bit of pressure here at the moment. Good evening to Dan Hicks, who's listening. Dan's mostly on yet another one of his many suspensions that he's got, so good evening, Dan. You do know you don't have to collect them, don't you? As the ball's been played forward. It's Gavin James beaten to the ball, but Togwell heads it clear and then booted forwards by Davis. Only as far as Hewitt. Hewitt trying to find Dobson. Dobson's flicking his header on. Only comes as far as Lowe's, and it's Cooper under pressure from two Slough players. Does really well to get the ball into the middle where Davis trying to orchestrate for Weymouth, but he clears that one high into the stand in front of us here and out for a throw. So we were a little bit late coming on. I'm not exactly sure how many minutes we've played. I think we're roughly around about 19 minutes, but I might be just making it up. It could be 21, I don't know. As Stonehouse with the throw, plays it to Barney, back towards Stonehouse. Stonehouse into Togwell. Togwell under a bit of pressure here from Thompson. Thompson does really well to win the ball, and then plays it forwards, and then overhits it, and Fraser will get that ball back for Slough and chips the ball forward, trying to find Warren Harris up against Winnell. Winnell's and Warren Harris having a good battle. It's played in. It's hit straight up Winnell, and he wins the ball back. And then Togwell wins it back for Slough. Now Harris has got the ball on the right hand side, trying to chip the ball forwards to Gavin James. Gavin James takes it and wins a free kick, and that could be a yellow card there for the foul on Zubar, because Gavin James was just about to turn, roughly trying to get into the penalty. He was running away from goal, but he did turn into the danger zone, and the referee's going to have a chat with his linesman on that far hand side, and we'll just see if the referee calls him over. I think he's trying to decide which one it is. I think it's Zubar, because Zubar's he's standing at the back of a pack of players trying to hide, but we'll wait for the referee to see. I think it's Brooks he's actually calling over, who's the captain. And Brooks just gets a talking to there, no yellow. Much to the dismay of the Slough fans behind the goal. And it's going to be a free kick to Slough. Great position. This is just literally on the edge of the Weymouth penalty area. And just on the literally on that kind of corner part of it. It's going to be Togwell and Dobson who are standing over this. I would guess, judging from the fact that Slough haven't got many men in the box, as in height-wise, that it could well be a shot here. So Dobson and Togwell standing over this four-man wall for Weymouth. As it is Dobson that hits it straight at the wall, and it'll come out towards Stonehouse. Stonehouse trying to turn, but just overruns it, and Lowe's can clear for Weymouth. Ball played forward, and it's a wasted ball because there's not a single. And then a poor ball there by Hewitt puts Scott under pressure, but he deals with that well. Long clearance by him. Cooper's underneath it, heads it into the danger zone, headed away by Evans, and it will come through to Stonehouse. Stonehouse flicks through to Gavin James. Gavin James does well, takes it on his chest, but is judged to be offside, and that's a free kick to Weymouth. So, Dan, how many minutes have we played roughly? How many minutes have we played roughly?
I've got 20. This is 22nd minute.
There you go. Mark Nisbet wins the header for Slough. Comes through to Fraser. Fraser just challenged. Plays the ball up to Warren Harris. Warren Harris will keep that one in. Now he's got a chance to run at Lowe's. Cuts inside him on that far random right side. Gives it to Barney. Barney just takes a heavy touch but gets the ball back. Gives it to Dunn. Dunn now switching the play over to Dobson. Dobson will let this ball run. He's still got Stonehouse with him. He's just let the ball run. Kept it in on the far side. Trying to get a left-footed crossing. Good cross there. Oh, it's just overhit the cross. And it's gone out of play for a throw. Some good news if you're a rebel. Banbury United are winning 1-0 at Chippenham Town. So there's some goals flying in around the grounds here at the moment, as we've got Cirencester 1, Cinderford 2 already. So Cinderford just taking the lead again in that game, and we're just waiting for Thomas to get the game back underway here. So we're not sure how many minutes we play, but it's 0-0. Just waiting for Thomas to launches long kick down the field. Looking again on the far hand side for Winnell. It's come off the head of Nisbet and out for a throw to Weymouth on the halfway line. Quickly taken by Winnell, trying to flick in towards Thompson, and Fraser under a bit of pressure from 2 players. Does well to clear, but only as far as Lowe. So he gives it straight to Gavin James, and then the ball comes off. I thought it would come off a Weymouth player, but it isn't. And Winnell takes a quick throw, trying to find Thompson. Thompson on the far right hand side, cuts back, trying to play the ball in. Gives it on the far hand side, and there's a good challenge in by a couple of Slough players. Breaks to Winnell. Winnell plays the ball in, and there's a slip by a Weymouth player, and Nisbet can bring the ball forward, trying to find Barney just over his head, and then Brooks will play that one back to Thomas. And Thomas just standing on the edge of his area like a sweeper keeper, launches along, but 3 players on this far hand side. One of those though is a Slough player. It's Brad Hewitt. Comes through to Dunn. Dunn heads it, trying to find Togwell, but it will come to Davis. Davis in towards Evans trying to play ball in, and that's a great ball in here for Dan Smith. Dan Smith with a chance to shoot. He hits it across the goal, and it's just wide of the post there. And I think you've got to give credit to Mark Scott there, because he had a feeling that it was going wide, maybe a little bit closer than he was actually hoping. But it's a little bit wide of the goal, and Smith with a good chance there for Weymouth, but just couldn't get it on target. As Smith, yeah. And we just wait for Scott to get this kick long down the field, trying to find Gavin James. Gavin James under some pressure. It's won by Evans. Comes through to Rodriguez, who does well, and then he still wins the ball back, trying to play the ball forwards to Thompson. Thompson robbed there by Nisbet. Back towards Dunn. Dunn to Togwell. Togwell trying to find Barney, and Barney in a foot race here with Brooks, but Brooks will just see that one out of play. It is, and out for a throw. As the small gathering of Slough fans behind the goal, trying to make a little bit of noise here this evening. And it's going to be Cooper with the throw. Headed clear by Slough. Come through to Hewitt, who volleys the ball clear up towards Gavin James. Gavin James trying to take it on his chest. It's cleared, and it will come all the way through to Mark Scott in the Slough goal, and just takes a touch. And then long kick down there. It's going to go all the way through though to Thomas in the Weymouth goal. And Scott will just need to just keep an eye on his kicking here. He's kicking it absolutely miles. It's going all the way through. Zubar on the ball now for Weymouth, bringing the ball forwards. Trying to find, he's looking for an option, and he's closed down by Gavin James. Plays it in towards Evans. And this one's played in now to Thompson on the far hand side. Thompson plays it to Smith. Smith trying to cut inside to get a crossing. It's cleared by Nisbet, and it'll come out to Gavin James. Gavin James takes a touch, and he's just looking for the run. Oh, he's played the ball, trying to... Barney's in a foot race here with Cooper. Cooper will win it, and Barney will chase this one down, and Thomas just gets there for in the Weymouth goal and launches a long kick down. Sonaus is underneath it, heads it clear to his other Mitchell brother, Togwell, and Togwell chips. Oh, it's Dobson who's played the ball in, and Dunn can't win it with Evans. Evans to Davis. Davis switches the play out to Winnell on the far hand side. Good ball there. Winnell just with a little bit of space. He switches it back to this side where Evans gets to flick onto that one, but he's trying to flick it into the path of Rodriguez. It's out of off play and out for a throw in to Slough on the far hand side. And just wait for Stonehouse to take this throw. And long throw flicked on by Dobson, only as far as Cooper. Cooper plays it in towards Thompson. Thompson does well, takes it on his chest, gives it to Rodriguez, trying to get the clear ball back, and then well shepherded back there by Nisbet, and Scott comes out and saves it, and then rolls the ball out to Warren Harris. Harris has got a bit of space to run into here. It's immediately closed down by a couple of Weymouth players. Plays it in towards Barney. Barney takes a touch, gives it to Fraser, just back inside his own half, back towards Togwell. Togwell to Nisbet. Nisbet will play it out towards Fraser. Slough just under a bit of pressure here when they get the ball from the three Weymouth forwards. And Scott has the ball just outside his penalty area. Long kick forwards again, trying to find Dobson. Dobson trying to flick it on. He's flicked it on into the path of Gavin James. Gavin James in the foot race for Brooks. Brooks is first there, but can only knock it out of play and out for a throw in to Slough. And this is almost level with the Weymouth penalty area. Obviously no Guy Hollis at the moment, so quickly taken by Slough with Paul Stonehouse to Dobson. Dobson trying to get a cross in. It's a cross right on the goal line, and well taken by Thomas in the Weymouth goal, as the ball just overhit from any Slough players by Dobson there, as Thomas launches another long kick down the field, but there's no one underneath it for Weymouth, and Brad Hewitt can head clear, and then It will come all the way through to Brooks. Brooks takes the touch, plays it to Cooper, who hits it a little bit hard, and Cooper does well to keep it in and then goes back to Brooks. Brooks under pressure from James. Plays it across to Zubar. Zubar with a little bit of space and time now to play the ball up here, trying to find Smith, who's come a little bit deeper to play, and then Smith plays it from 35 yards away from his goal, plays it all the way back to his goalkeeper Thomas. Thomas trying to launch a long ball, trying to find Thompson. It's well won by Nisbet, then flicked on by Togwell towards Harris. Harris trying to dink the ball in towards Barney, trying to get the ball back, but Barney's touch is just a little bit heavy, and it comes through to Lowe's on that far hand side, trying to find it up towards Thompson. Thompson does well to hold the ball up for Weymouth, gives it to Evans. He's a mile offside. On the far hand side is Smith, and it's a free kick to Slough. So we think we might have played about 30 minutes. It's still 0-0 here at the Bob Lucas Stadium. We'll run through the teams again closer to at half time. Slough are just going to leave this free kick for Scott to take. It's halfway inside the Slough half. As Scott takes his free kick and again aimed towards Dobson. Dobson trying to get to it, doesn't get to it, and it bounces all the way through to Thomas in the Weymouth goal. And game just slowing down a little bit at the moment as Thomas launches this kick down the field, and again there's no one underneath it for Weymouth. Brad Hewitt with a free header trying to find Barney. Brooks is underneath it for Weymouth, comes through to Cooper. Cooper's lost the ball to Barney, but Barney's challenge can't win the ball back, and Rodriguez plays the ball forwards and then chipped forwards trying to find the run of, oh my word, he's almost hit us with that clearance as Brad Hewitt. And when you think we're at the top, very top of the main stand, he's almost hit us on the head with the ball. That's what you call clearing it, and they've taken the throw quickly of Weymouth to Evans, back towards Cooper, hits it straight at Dobson. Dobson does well closing that down, out for a throw in. And again Cooper trying to take it, but Brad Hewitt spots it, clears the ball long. And out of play, and it's a throw to Weymouth, about 15 yards further back than where they took that other one. So there's been a sending off in the game between Chippenham and Banbury, and I think Banbury are now down to 10 men. So we'll see how that goes. Zubar with the ball at the moment, plays it out towards Winnell, just inside the Weymouth half, looking for the run of Smith. Smith trying to turn against Fraser. It looked like Fraser was hugging him there, but the referees let him get away, and the ball's played forward, trying to find Gavin James. James up against Zubar. James almost tried to gain it, and the ball's coming to, surely that's a foul on Simon Dunn, but the referee says no, and Fraser will go back to Mark Scott. And Slough under pressure here as Scott launches that long ball forward. It's Zubar with the header for Weymouth. Comes through to Hewitt. Hewitt trying to find Dobson, and Dobson will try and keep that ball in and hook it down the line. And it's just going to go out of play now. It's just gone out of play and out for a throw to Weymouth. 0-0 here at the Bob Lucas Stadium. And Slough just looking to put this Weymouth away hoodoo to bed. As Cooper takes the throw quickly, throws it back to his goalkeeper Thomas. Thomas then switches to play to Zubar. Zubar, one of the centre-backs. I think maybe Weymouth have gone back to a 4-3-3 formation. Zubar has brought the ball 30 yards forward, crosses the halfway line, cuts it in now to Evans. Evans turns, plays it out to Brooks. Brooks playing the ball up towards Thompson. Thompson with a little bit of a heavy touch, comes through to Evans, plays it back to Davis. Davis almost playing as a playmaker up towards Rodriguez. Heavy touch by him. Good challenge by Brad Hewitt. Ball's now with Simon Dunn. Dunn with a chance to bring the ball forwards for Slough. Evades the challenge of one. Just gets blocked there by Evans, and I think that Simon Dunn ran into him more than anything else.
It did look a little bit like that, yes.
And Slough have a free kick. I think Simon Dunn just tried to knock the ball past him, hit him, ran into him, and he's won a free kick. Not Dorchester, is it? Cirencester have equalised. It's Cirencester 2, Cinderford 2. Hazen Yedding have scored, playing at Beaconsfield. So it's Hazen Yedding 1, Chesham 0. As we wait for this free kick from Dobson as Hewitt and Nisbet gone forwards for Slough. It's headed off there by, it's a corner for Slough. Good defending there by Weymouth. And it's a corner on the far hand side, so we'll wait for Dobson to go over and take that one. As Dobson just running over to take this one. Good evening to Jamie Jackson as well. He's out and about I'm surprised his Zimmer frame can get him that far, as we just wait for Dobson with this in-swinging corner. Slough just making that hokey-cokey movement on the way line. It's flicked in, it's cleared, it will come straight back out to Dobson. It's another corner, and could be a clash of heads here between two Weymouth players. And yeah, two Weymouth players gone down at the moment with a clash of heads. And just show you that this is what non-league football's about. Weymouth only have one physio, so Super Kev has gone on to go and treat the other Weymouth player. So we're just going to see if he needs any. He's just gone down again, and it's just a break in play here. So, well, poor old Super Kev's not needed. He's run all that way, unfortunately, and then been told that he's not needed. So just a break in play here as Weymouth get their players back on board. As they're waiting for one more to get treated. Is he going? He's got to leave the pitch, surely. Is he going to make him leave the pitch? He's got. He is. He's going to make him leave the pitch. So surely the two players should leave the pitch, because two of them got treated.
You'd think so. Kev did come onto the pitch for the other one, but
the physio, their physio treated both players. So
yeah.
So we haven't got the corner to come in yet. Dobson's signalling now what he wants the Slough players to do, and he's hit it in low. And what's going on?
The ref had told them to wait while he got the physio to take the player down to the side of the pitch rather than behind the goal.
Well, there you
go. That's why
go.
he's pulled that back.
So just waiting for this corner to come in. Now the referee says it's fine. And Dobson to take this corner. Hits it in towards the near post. It's headed clear. Will come straight back out to Dobson, who takes a touch. And will try and get it back in. And this one whips in towards Gavin James. Gavin James with a header. It's come through onto the player who just came back on, which is Cooper. Cooper just launches this ball down the line, but it's out of play. Hits on top of the away dugout. Bounces back on. And it'll be a throw to Slough. Ascot United are leading against Burnham 1-0, which is a surprise. It's only 1-0. Quick throw by Slough, taken by Stonehouse towards Barney. Back towards Stonehouse, back towards Barney. Now Barney plays it into Stonehouse. Stonehouse for a chance to get to the byline. Gets a cross in. Oh, it's come through to Warren Harrison. I think he snatched at that one. He had a little bit more time than he most probably realised. The ball came to him in a flash from a poor clearance from Weymouth, and he's hit it first time over the bar. And he could have taken a touch there and got a better shot, but unfortunately for Slough, Warren Harris fired it over the top of the bar. So it still remains here 0-0. And we wait for Thomas to get the game back underway with the goal kicks. Just John Underwood down on the touchline, just organising the Slough back line. Thomas launches this long kick. Brad Hewitt underneath it. Beats Thompson to the ball. Headed clear by Davis. Only as far as Dobson. Dobson takes a touch. Then plays the ball down. Trying to find the run of Gavin James. It's come off Brooks. And then Davis heads it across to Winnell. And Winnell would play the ball forward for Dan Smith. Dan Smith comes a little bit deep. Plays a poor ball back to Winnell. And Winnell's had to volley this one. Is it going to stay on the pitch? It is. Underneath it for Slough's Togwell. Heads it towards Barney. Barney towards Warren Harris. Flicking in, trying to find Gavin James, but it's just overhit a little bit. And Thomas quickly off his line to come and grab that one, and then rolls the ball out into the feet of Calvin Brooks, the Weymouth captain, who can bring the ball forward. Trying to find the run of Evans, but Hewitt with the header comes through to Dobson. Takes it on his chest and then turns. Volleys it down the field. Trying to find Gavin James. Gavin James coming a little bit deep. And then Charlie Davis with the ball. He's just chased by Barney. I can't honestly see how he can give an offside.
No, not sure where that's come from either.
And the ball was moving. Even I can see that. Well done, referee.
Fortunately, the ref did see it as well.
Deary me. Weymouth seems to be in a hurry to get the game going, but as the Weymouth fans shout, "You don't know what you're doing," I think the referee got it spot on. But there you go. So Thomas now takes his free kick from the dead ball. Again, trying to find Thomas. And this bit underneath it for Slough. Flicked on by Togwell. And it will come back towards Togwell, wins the ball, plays it in towards Dunn. Dunn flicks it out here to Dobson. Dobson's got Stonehouse on the overlap. And he plays it inside, finding Barney. Barney, we've got the chance to find Gavin James. Oh, he's just overrun it. Comes back towards Barney. Barney looks up, runs across the face of the goal, but he's lost it. And now it's cleared here by Thomas. I find in Brad Hewitt. Brad Hewitt trying to turn, and Brad Hewitt's being beaten for pace by Thompson. Oh, what a challenge that is by Brad Hewitt. Really good defending there. And he gets the ball back, a heavy touch, wins it again, but it's come through to the centre. Rodriguez, ball taken off his feet. Dobson wins it for Slough and then hooks the ball clear. He finds Gavin James on the halfway line. Gavin James trying to hold the ball up. Heavy touch by him, is it? Oh no, he's giving it though. No! The referee wasn't sure who to give it to. The linesman gave it to a throw into Slough. The referee went to agree with him, and then he's changed his mind. Throw into Weymouth, taken quickly by Cooper. Heavy touch by him. Ball comes through to Dobson. Dobson volleys it clear, and that will go straight back to the Weymouth goalkeeper, Thomas, who's chased down by Barney. Barney just putting some pressure on, and he comes over, trying to flick the ball in, and that's all the way out of play and out. And I think that the manager of the at least Trent Phillips might get a word spoken to him here, because wasn't too impressed with the referee changing his mind though. The referee did indicate the throw had gone to Slough. Checked with his liner, the lineman said Slough, and then he gave it to Weymouth. So the two managers for Slough didn't like that decision, and they're just having a little chat with Mr. Robinson, the referee for tonight. And as the Weymouth band sings, "Sit down, shut up." We won't say what they're singing now because that's rude. The game will restart. It's going to be a throw to Slough with Stonehouse, few yards inside his own half. Plays it towards Dobson. Dobson, a heavy challenge there by Cooper on Dunn, and it's out for a Slough throw again. Stonehouse standing over this one. And again, trying to find Gavin James. Gavin James marked by 4 players. It breaks through to Dunn. Dunn trying to play in Gavin James. Gavin James on this left-hand side will keep it in, up against Zubar. Trying to go past Zubar. Trying to win a corner, but it's just gone out for a throw right by the corner flag there for Slough. And I thought that Gavin James was going to take it quickly. He's going to leave it for Stonehouse to take. And Stonehouse will have... he's not got the longest to throw. Takes a quick throw towards Simon Dunn. Dunn's still with the ball. Up against Davis. Dunn trying to find some space. Hits it straight at Davis. It's won by Slough. Come through to Togwell. Togwell towards Dobson. Dobson, he's played it into the wrong place. And Rodriguez can bring the ball forwards here. Oh, and he's just wasted that. What a terrible ball by Rodriguez. And Scott will clear for Slough. Oh, Scott just under no pressure whatsoever. Just passes it to Stonehouse with a lot of pace, and Stonehouse can't control it. And it's put Slough under pressure. Stonehouse with the clearance. Only as far as Davis. Davis 15 yards inside his own. Now switches the play out to Winnell. Winnell with a little bit of space up against Warren Harris, trying to chip the ball in. It will come through to Dunn. Dunn's clearance isn't the best. And then Togwell comes back for Slough, hooks the ball clear. And that will be... Winnell keep that in. It won't. It's out for a throw on the halfway line to Weymouth. And taken quickly to Zubar. Zubar swishes it to Brooks. Brooks... acres of space to run into on this near right-hand side. Bringing the ball forward, trying to find the run on the far-hand side. But again, Brad Hewitt first to the ball. Just knocks it out of play. It's a throw that which Cooper stands over for Weymouth. Cooper just looking for an option. Has he got a long throw? He still hasn't thrown it on yet, so we don't know. Just waiting for... He's going to take it sometime. He throws it in towards Thompson. Thompson does well. Holds off... Stonehouse, and Hewitt just hoofs the ball clear, and I thought that was a foul.
Yeah, same here.
Quickly cleared by Cooper. Cooper loses it out towards Togwell. Togwell to Gavin James. Gavin James only got Barney in front of him. Barney just turns, curves his run, trying to keep it in up against Brooks, and he's won it off. Oh no, I thought he played it off Brooks and won a throw in, but it's a throw. Quickly taken by Brooks, who finds Zubar. Zubar under pressure from Gavin James, goes back to his goalkeeper Thomas, and Thomas just playing with the ball inside his own half. Boots it long again. Underneath it again. Brad Hewitt. Good play there. He just dummies it and lets the ball run all the way through to Mark Scott in the Slough goal. I make it must be in the last minute or two of the first half. We'll see what the referee adds on for the injury to the two Weymouth players. Scott launches a long kick down the field, trying to find Warren Harris. Up against Winnell. Warren Harris does well. Flicks the ball on. Now Gavin James trying to keep the ball in on that far hand side. Up against Zubar. Turns him. Trying to get a corner. Flays it off him. And it's a corner to Slough. And
I've got 43rd minute, by the way.
43rd minute, good. And so it's a corner to Slough. And the Slough fans behind that goal start to make a little bit of noise. Dobson chops over to take this corner. And again, both Hewitt and Nisbet go forwards for Slough. And we just wait for this corner to come in. And it's played to the near post. Hewitt trying to flick the ball on. Goes across goal. Can Togwell get to the ball before Zubar? Zubar with a high foot keeps it in. And cleared by Fraser. Fraser does well. Hooks the ball back in play. But just hits him on the back. And it comes through to Smith, sorry. Played into the middle. Now there's a chance here on the far hand side. It's Billy Lowe's. He's got Winnell on the overlap. Cuts inside. Oh, good challenge there. But it comes through to Winnell. Winnell trying to find the ball into Smith. It's cleared by Lowe's. Cleared by Warren Harris. Comes out towards Togwell. Togwell gets the ball clear, but only as far as Davis for Weymouth. Davis spreads the ball out to Thompson. Thompson got Cooper on the overlap. He shoots. It takes a deflection and Mark Scott can't keep it in. It's out for a corner as we head into this last minute of this first half. It's a corner to Weymouth. And it's going to be Davis that will go over and take this corner. Slough just trying to see out these last seconds of this first half. Davis in no hurry whatsoever to go and take this corner. He's indicating what he's going to do. And we'll wait. It's going to be an outswinging corner for Weymouth. We'll just wait to see as he finally gets to come and take this corner. He still hasn't taken it. He's just waiting. He's signalling something as he drills this one in. Too close to the goal. Oh, and Mark Scott just gets a fingertip to it. Ball still in play. It's going to be kept in on the far hand side by Brooks. Brooks to Winnell. Winnell chipping the ball back into the box. Evans trying to come to that one, but Mark Scott's underneath it. And is he going to look to try and get Slough cooking? Slough got free up for this. Kicks it long, trying to find Warren Harris. Warren Harris trying to turn. Underneath it is Lowe's. It will come off Lowe's. It's a throw into Slough on the halfway line. Or just a couple of yards inside the Weymouth half. Slough in no hurry to take this throw. Back towards Togwell. Togwell to Fraser. Fraser under pressure here. Trying to flick it in towards Dunn. Dunn plays it in. Gavin James being fouled there, but the referee says play on. Trying to find Barney. Barney, can he get a touch in? It's over the head of one. It still comes through Barney. Barney trying to turn. He can't turn. It comes through to Dobson. Dobson challenged by Cooper, and Cooper does well there. Good defending by Cooper. And it's a throw into Slough, but Slough just couldn't get the ball to run for them there. Quick throw by Stonehouse, trying to find Dobson. Dobson up against Cooper. Cooper wins it again and clears it out. It's another throw for Slough. This one's almost level with the penalty area. Taken quickly towards Dobson. Dobson right by the corner. Up towards Stonehouse. Stonehouse flicking the ball in. It's over the head of everyone. And did it not go out of play, the referee? The referee doesn't say it did go out of play, and Thomas has to clear the ball down, looking for Smith. Smith under pressure, loses the ball to Warren Harris, and then it's a goal! Oh, it's almost... Who was that? Was that Fraser? No, it was Warren Harris. It was Warren Harris with the effort there. The ball just came to me, instantly looked to smack that over the Thomas in the Weymouth goal who'd gone out because the cross from Stonehouse looked like it hadn't gone out of play, and he had to keep it in. And Warren Harris just hit it from 30 yards instinctively and just went the wrong side of the post for Slough. But a really good effort there by Warren Harris, who's on fire at the moment. And Thomas gets the game back underway with this goal kick. Brad Hewitt wins it for Slough. It'll come out on the far hand side to Smith. Smith's got Winnell on the overlap, closed down by Warren Harris. Gives it to Winnell. Winnell just looking for an option. Plays it back towards Billy Lowe's. Billy Lowe's closed down by a couple of players, and that is the half-time whistle here at the Bob Lucas Stadium. It's 0-0, and Weymouth having mostly the better of the shots, but Slough have had a little bit of action with a couple of chances, but really just haven't had the chance to get a decent save out of the Weymouth goalkeeper. So it's half time here. Slough will be grateful of this 0-0 scoreline, as they've not got much from coming here at Weymouth. And what we'll do is we'll quickly run through the teams with you as I just try to figure out what I'm doing. I haven't got a clue what I'm doing today. I think I've broken the stopwatch. Never mind. So I'll run through the teams with you. for Weymouth, who are in a... it's a strange, because they normally kind of wear the same kind of colours as Burnley, but they're in a light blue strip with a claret kind of little bit of slash across the front. So in goal for them is Dan Thomas, 2 Mark Cooper, 3 Jake Winnell, 4 Billy Lowe's, 5 Stefan Zubar, 6 and captain is Calvin Brooks, 7 Dean Evans, 8 Charlie Davis, 9 Dan Smith, 10 Ben Thompson, 11 Aaron Rodriguez. The substitutes for Weymouth are 12 Ashley White, 13 is Jason Matthews, goalkeeper, 14 Sam Jordan, 15 Stuart Yetton, 16 is Chris Shepherd. I'm just going to wait for the stadium announcer to finish, because he's right by our position. So we'll just wait for him to finish and I'll give you the Slough side. Right, so the Slough side is in goal Mark Scott, 2 Sean Fraser, captain, 3 Paul Stonehouse, 4 Brad Hewitt, 5 Mark Nisbet, 6 Lee Togwell, 7 James Dobson, 8 Simon Dunn, 9 Lee Barney, 10 Gavin James, 11 Warren Harris. Substitutes for the Rebels: 12 Nathan Webb, 14 Adrian Sear, 15 Gherkin Gockman, and returning for one night only, isn't that a song, is Charlie Empire, who's come back from Dubai for a week and has come through. We'll give you some of the half times that I've got from at the moment. St Neots 0, Kettering 3, Cirencester 3, Cinderford 2, Leamington 0, Redditch 1 is a half time. And tomorrow Froome play, so Dunstable 2, St Ives 1. What else have we got? I'm trying to find Hayes and Yedding 1, Chesham 0. There's been a red card, another red card in the game between Chippenham and Banbury. So that's both teams down to 10 men. And just see if there's anything else that we've got coming through. Biggleswade 0, Kings Lynn 0. Just see if there's anything else. That seems to be it at the moment. So as it stands, it looks like Dunstable are top of the table. So we'll see if that is what we do. We're just going to come off air for a couple of minutes just to grab some wee time, I think we could call it. So we'll be back in a couple of minutes with full coverage of the second half here from the Bob Lucas Stadium, where the half-time score is 0-0.
You're listening to Rebels Radio, the online home of...
Hello and welcome to Rebels Radio latest interview. I'm joined by Slough joint managers John Underwood and Neil Baker. How are you, gents?
Good. Thanks.
Very well, John. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. Positive end to pre-season earlier in the week.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, we were delighted with Monday. It was good to get a game on at home at Holloway's Park.
Slough Town match commentaries, brought to you by the worldwide internet football community, myfootballclub.co.uk. Come on, you! You're listening to Rebels Radio, the online home of Slough Town match commentaries, brought to you
So hopefully we're back with the second half there. Sorry if we're having a few problems. Just experience a few problems with the internet at the moment. So hopefully we're back on and you can hear us. As the ball's just come out to Warren House, trying to get to the ball first. He's beaten to the ball by Smith. Plays it back into Zubar. Zubar clears down the line, and that's a wasted clearance there by Zubar, who's just launched the ball down the pitch. And Slough have it back with goalkeeper Mark Scott. And Scott can just wait with the ball at the back of his penalty area. Long kick down the line, looking for Dobson. Dobson trying to get to the ball. Gets to it first, but can't win the ball. But it's come back toward Barney. Barney does win the ball. Turns and then loses it. And Slough just can't get a foothold here at the start of the second half. But they've won a throw. And Dan, can you just try and talk to... Can you commentate for a second?
Brings through to Warren Harris in the corner of the box. Sorry, too loud.
Go on.
I thought Weymouth bring it away with another long ball down the left-hand side. Nisbet heads it straight into Thompson, who charges towards the box. He's right on the edge, sort of the corner of the box now.
That's right, I've got it. Back towards Winnell.
Cool.
Winnell with the chance to look up. Goes to the far side. Headed down, and then Nisbet and Hewitt clear between them. And Stonehouse just took a knock on the back there, but still has the ball. And Slough just went into Zubar, picks the ball up in his own half. Just runs a couple of yards with it, trying to feed the ball in. Little flick here, looking for Billy Lowe's, but well spotted by Togwell. Ball's now with Simon Dunn. Dunn trying to close out. Play's got a couple of players on him. Wins the ball back. He's got two men on him. He's lost it to Dean Evans. Evans can play the ball out. Then it's back with Evans. Evans turning, trying to play it across here to Davis. Charlie Davis sitting deep for Weymouth. Bringing the ball forwards now. He's got some time on the ball, but he's been challenged by Fraser. Fraser's won it now. The ball's been flicked on, and Barney can't catch hold of that one, and it's out for a throw to Weymouth. And hopefully you can hear us out there. As excuse me, ball's with Brooks. Brooks with the chance to bring the ball forwards for Weymouth. Only comes for as far as Evans, who's dropped deep to pick the ball up, and Slough just sitting on the Weymouth players as they play the ball forwards here now with Zubar. Zubar spreads it back across to Brooks. Brooks under a bit of pressure here from Gavin James. Just overruns it a little bit. Okay, it's it up towards Rodriguez. Rodriguez does.
Hello and welcome to Rebels Radio latest interview.
Right, good afternoon. I think we're back with you. Hopefully we're back online. There's a few technical problems here tonight. Still 0-0 here at the moment with 13 minutes of the second half gone. As Weymouth had a couple of chances, just wasted one there from Rodriguez and then another one over the ball. Ball's been cleared by Brad Hewitt. Comes through to Lowe's. Lowe's gives us Evans, who turns inside his own half. Trying to play the ball forwards here, but that'll run through to Mark Scott in the Slough goal. So we're just going to keep our eye on. There's a problem with the microphones at the moment, so that's why we've been losing. Hopefully we are back with you now. A few technical problems. No, it's not going to. So hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with you now. Slough have the ball, just causing a little bit of controversy there. We'll get down to fill you in with what's going on, and hopefully we are back with you. Apologies, I don't know what's going on. There seems to have been some kind of storm that's created a problem. So the Weymouth fans not too happy with the referee at the moment. But Slough have a throw just inside the Weymouth half. And taken quickly, so over to Fraser. Fraser back towards Nisbet. Nisbet over to Fraser, just played the ball down. It's cleared there by Weymouth, and Slough have a throw. About 25 yards inside the Weymouth half. It's still 0-0 here. The first substitution of the game has been made. Billy Lowe's number 4 has come off Weymouth. Coming on has been Chris Shepherd. As Slough have the ball on this near hand side with Dobson. Dobson trying to find the run of Barney, but the ball's just been hidden. Dunn can't get there. So played into the middle, and then Warren House tries to tackle Evans, and it comes out here to Winnell. Winnell can bring the ball forwards for Weymouth. He's charged 30-odd yards, still with the ball. Closed down by Togwell, gives it to the substitute Shepherd, but it's out of play and out for a throw to Weymouth. So we're trying to keep things going here. We're trying to keep our eye on what's going wrong. As the ball's with Shepherd. Shepherd plays it in, but it's only as far now as Nisbet. Nisbet with clearance down the field. Trying to find a run of Gavin James, but Brooks comes across, takes that down on his chest, and Barney trying to close him down. They just had a quick nibble. Now James trying to close down Zubar. Zubar takes an extra touch, comes through to Evans. Evans switches a play to Davis. Davis playing that deep Ryan roll, trying to find the run on the far hand side of Rodriguez in a foot race with Stonehouse. Stonehouse comes well, come across. But Rodriguez wins the ball off him, but Stonehouse wins it back for Slough and can clear with his right foot. Flicked on by Simon Dunn to Zubar. Zubar up against go. Oh, he's just pushed him in the face there. And that has got to be... How can that not be a foul? It's kind of like a rugby face-off, wasn't it?
That was. He basically just held him off with the hand, pushed him in the face, and then ran off with the ball. And
it's got to be a head injury, so he's got to stop it. Now he's pulled it back for a silly little foul.
He's eventually stopped for the head injury, yeah.
No, he stopped it because he's given a foul to Weymouth. So we're not quite sure what's going on. But Gavin James is still down on the ground. It looks like Nathan Webb's lining up to come on as well. So we'll just see how it goes. Super Kev's just going to go over and give some treatment to Gavin James. And it's still 0-0 here. We're about 26 minutes into the second half, I think, or about 25 minutes. Dan, you got it?
This is the 23rd minute of the second half.
There you go, 23rd minute. And it's going to be a substitution. Coming off for Slough will be Lee Togwell, and coming on is Nathan Webb. So Nathan Webb come back from holiday. So it's Dobson coming off, not Togwell, sorry. It's Nathan Webb coming on for James Dobson. So we'll just see if Slough maybe a change in their formation, or whether Webb will play on the right or the left. We'll see. Just going to see where he lines up. We'll see how it goes. But Gavin James just getting to his feet now. And no, so it's Dobson that came off. Dobson off, and then a substitution for Weymouth. Ben Thompson coming off, and coming on is Sam Jordan. And it's going to be a free kick. The game will restart with a free kick to Weymouth, just a touch inside their own half. Slough currently down to just 10 minutes. We'll wait for Gavin James to come back on the pitch. As it's taken by Cooper, long into the box. It's headed on by Dubar. It comes through to the substitute. Jordan comes off Mark Scott. He just got caught there by Jordan, and Jordan almost scored with his first touch there. That would have been some introduction. It's a corner in the end to Weymouth. It's on this near hand side. And Slough will leave free up for this corner. So Slough just trying to catch Weymouth out on the break here. As it's going to be Shepherd that will take this corner from this near side. He drills it to the far post. It's hit to Weymouth players. It comes to Gavin James. Gavin James deep for Slough. Wins the ball back. Trying to play it up the line here for Barney. Barney's got a chance to turn. He's caught there, and good challenge there. And Barney just got caught. But the ball's with... Well, no, it's come in. Brad hit at the header for Slough. It's come through to Simon Dunn. Simon Dunn just got caught there and wins a free kick off for a foul there. And there's a substitution, and it's going to be number 9, Lee Barney, coming off. And coming on, making a welcome return, is Charlie Empire. So Empire's back on now. And we'll just see what Charlie can do. Not sure how fit Charlie is, but he's here, he's back, and he's on the pitch.
He's been playing five-a-side in Dubai. I can't imagine that compares to a rainy night in Weymouth, though.
No, but I suppose it's in that heat. If he's used to playing in that heat, then he's going to be used to working hard. His first touch flicks it on towards Warren Harris. Harris comes to the right-hand side, up against Zubar, trying to get a crossing. Hits it at Zubar. It comes off him. Zubar tries to keep it from going for a corner. Does well. Ball's into the middle. It will come through to Togwell. Togwell heads it towards the box. Gavin James trying to get underneath it for Slough. Or break here for Fraser. Fraser hooks the ball, trying to find the run of Warren Harris. Harris beaten to the ball by Winnell, but surely Fraser's being... he's giving it the other way. What is going on with this linesman?
Defender had his arm around Warren Harris's neck, but for some reason that's then a foul on the defender.
It's a strange one, that one. But,
very strange, that.
It is a free kick to Weymouth. It's still 0-0 here at the Bob Lucas Stadium. And it's going to be Thomas that will take this free kick for Weymouth. Looking to launch it long down the field as we just wait for him to steady himself and make his run. Hits it long, and that's almost going straight out of play. It's actually hit a Weymouth player and gone out for a throw to Slough. So 0-0 here. And... in roughly the 27th minute, as they take it a quick throw, trying to find Empire. It's come off the head of Woodnell and it's hit Shepherd, had gone out to play for a throw to Slough. Fraser to take this throw, looking for an option, trying to find Empire. Empire heads it in, looking for Dunn. Dunn just pushed off the ball, but it comes through to Nathan Webb. Nathan Webb just caught there, and again no free kick by the referee. Plays it back to Nisbet. Nisbet tripping the ball forwards. Again, Warren Harris caught from behind. Sean Fraser flicks the ball in, trying to find Empire. There's an offside decision there. And it will be a free kick to Weymouth. So our apologies about the problems we've had with some technical issues, but hopefully you can hear us now. So hopefully we're back on. So please get in contact if you can, and we'll see if we can keep an eye on some of the scores as well as we. Biggleswade are 1-0 up. Leamington have equalised. Is some of the latest ones I've got for you there. So we'll just make sure that we keep an eye on these. Dodgy controllers we've got. So Slough have a throw halfway inside our own off. It's going to be Fraser standing over this throw for Slough, trying to find Empire. Empire beaten to the ball by Smith, and it's come through. Smith trying to flick the ball down. Nisbet heads it back into the path of Smith. Thankfully he runs into Togwell, and Togwell's just stops the ball. Slough hook the ball forward, trying to find Gavin James, but it will be hooked clear by Cooper, then flicked on, and Slough trying to win the ball in the centre midfield. It's one by Harris, one then by Togwell. Togwell trying to spread the ball. It's hit Cooper on that far hand side, and Cooper can bring the ball forwards now for Weymouth. He's gone 15, 16, 20 yards. He's carrying on forward. Plays it out on the far hand side to Rodriguez. Rodriguez trying to cut inside, looking for an option. The option for him is Davis. Davis spreads the play here to Winnell. Winnell in a bit of space on this left hand side. Crosses the ball in deep to the far post. It's headed forwards, comes off the head of Hewitt, and then Slough just beaten to the ball. It comes through to Stonehouse, who hooks the ball clear. Not the best of clearances, but it might fall for Gavin James. And Gavin James just holds the ball up well for Slough, but just pressured, and then Slough lose the ball. But it's going to come through to Mark Scott, and Scotty does well to come out, slides out at the feet of the player and wins that one as Brad Hewitt tried to shepherd it back, but kind of just a little bit unaware of the pace shown by the Weymouth player. Scott launches a long kick down the field, looking for Harris, but it comes off a straight out play for a throw into Weymouth, level with their own penalty area. Still 0-0 here at the Bob Lucas Stadium, and just waiting for Winnell to take this throw. Aimed forwards. Fraser wins the header, and then it's won by Davis, only as far as Nisbet. Nisbet flicks it in towards Dunn. Dunn flicks the ball high into the air, and then Davis mistake. But then Winnell gets a better clearance on that, and now look at the foot race there, but the ball's just gone out of play and a throw to Slough.
One thing you might have missed while we've been off is the Merthyr against Stratford game has been abandoned in the second half. I think in the second half due to floodlight failure, from what I can see on Twitter.
Empire does well, keeps the ball in, now trying to play Warren Harris down his near hand side. Warren Harris in a foot race with Zuba. Zuba does well to come across, but trying to shield the ball out. And Warren Harris trying to run it, and he's just got caught there. And the two of them get up and pad each other, but I thought he just got caught there as he tried to fend it off. But
yeah, just a little bit, but they had a bit of each other there.
So
Warren did manage to get in front of the man, but he just ran out of space.
So it's a goal kick to Weymouth. Thomas will take this goal kick, dressed resplendently. I presume you call that white or grey. Is that white? I don't know. Long ball forwards. Then it's Nisbet.
May have been white at one point.
Nisbet wins the header. It's been out of play. It's going to be taken quickly by Winnell. Winnell flows it in to Evans. Back to Winnell. Winnell trying to flick the ball forwards. Fraser gets to it first, looking for a foul. Togwell just robbed of the ball. It's come through to Evans. Back to Winnell on this other side. Harris for the challenge. Now through to Empire. Empire's going to put this ball past him. And look at
the pace.
He's Charlie back already. That's got to be a corner. And that's great play by Charlie Empire. Wins a corner. I mean, Zubar caught him as he went past. Just a little bit of a shirt pull. Not spotted there by the referee. There's two Slough players. Just have a quick drink here as With Dobson off the pitch, who's going to take the free set pieces? It looks like it's going to be Nathan Webb who's going to go over and take this one. Brad Hewitt's just stretching his hammy at the moment, so only Nisbet forwards for Slough. Slough going to take it short to Fraser. Fraser will pick the ball up on the edge of the area. Gets closer, just puts a great cross in. It's a grab across, is it? He's given handball.
Yeah, I think he was right
Warren
there.
Harris. But it did look like it touched him on the hand, and sure enough, the referee has said that, and it's a free kick to Weymouth inside their 6-yard box. Still 0-0 here. We'll see if there's some more goals around. Hopefully you can all hear us now, so we're not just talking to anyone. Another substitution, the third of the night for Weymouth, is Stuart Yetton coming on for Adrian Rodriguez. We're just going to see if we can see some other scores. Nothing else coming through at the moment, so we'll keep our eye on some of those games. And that's the third and final substitution for Weymouth, as the ball's been played forward. It's come through on the far hand side to Evans. Evans plays it into Shepherd, who's switched to another side. Ball's played forwards, it's up towards Smith. Smith trying to play the ball in. There's a chance here. Can he come through? The goalkeeper's come out. Scott saves it with his leg, and he's got to get back into goal. Ball's come in, and it's all the way across goal. Right, and it's off the line. Cleared, I think, in the end by Nathan Webber. There's a shot from miles away there, and that's way wide of the goal. Ascot 4, Burnham 2 is the latest score.
Very much for your support tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The match attendance is 560.
516 is the attendance here tonight at the Bob Lucas Stadium, with a small smattering of Slough fans on that far side, just being marshalled by one steward. Slough will start the game with a goal kick from Mark Scott, and long kick by him. And it's headed clear by Weymouth. Only comes as far as now as to Empire. Empire just picks the ball up, trying to play in Warren Harris. Harris just turns, trying to look to play in Gavin James. So good defending there, but then the clearance isn't the best. It comes through to Harris, and Harris just loses the ball, overruns it a little bit. Ball will come here for Yetton. Plays the ball out to Winnell. Winnell under pressure from Webb. Winnell gets there, but that's not going to be kept in play. It's out for a Slough throw. And still 0-0. How many minutes are we on now, Dan, you reckon? I'll try and keep an eye on it.
34th minute of the second half.
34 minutes. So we've got about 11 minutes of the game left here. And a quick throw by Slough, taken towards Nathan Webb. Webb trying to keep the ball in. Throws it to Fraser. Fraser hooks it in only as far as Togwell. Togwell stretches. Plays the ball. All trying to find Warren Harris. He's playing a little bit further forward. Slough playing more of a 4-3-3 formation here. Ball headed on by Yetton, but that will go straight into the arms of Mark Scott in the Slough goal. And it remains 0-0. And a long kick by Scott, trying to find Empire. Empire beaten to the ball by Winnell. Ball plays out now to Yetton. Yetton just goes back to Evans. Evans closed down by Dunn. Dunn just trying to win the ball back here for Weymouth. Gets it out to Winnell on the left-hand side. He's trying to get a crossing. That's a good cross. It's come through into the middle. Bit of a mistake there. And then Nisbet with the clearance for Slough. Comes through to Fraser. Fraser does well. Goes past the player. Brings the ball forwards now. Trying to find the run of Gavin James on that far-hand side. James up against Calvin Brooks. James holds the ball up on the edge of the penalty area, keeps the ball now, just waiting for a little bit of help. He's got Warren Harris coming on his right-hand side, gives it to Warren Harris, just plays it a little bit behind him, and Warren Harris now just has to turn and try and get it in. He's got Simon Dunn on the help, he's got Paul Stonehouse on the overlap if he needs him. Dunn trying to get across, and he plays it off the Weymouth player, and it's out for a throw. And it's a throw about 5 yards away from the corner flag for the Rebels, as it's Stonehouse that goes across to take this, and takes it quickly towards Togwell. Togwell 30 odd yards away from goal, just looking to he's just playing it across now to Webb. Webb on this near hand side turns, trying to go past his play. He's got Fraser on the overlap, just overruns it, and it comes off Weymouth player, and it's a corner to Slough, and that was a bit of fortune there.
It was. Did very well there. It looked like he turned into trouble, managed to get the ball deflected out for a corner. So
Nathan Webb goes across to take this corner for Slough. And again, they're not risking Brad Hewitt going up. So I don't know if Hewitt's got a bit of a strain. Slough just going to decide to play it into the box this time. Yeah. Webb still hasn't taken this corner yet. On this near hand side. This time he does play it in. Aims towards Nisbet. It'll come straight back out to Webb. Webb keeps it in. Onside. Plays it across. Looks for the goal! Warren Harris! Gets the goal. He's hit it with his right foot through a crowd of players. And it's a fortunate goal. Nisbet's header came back to Nathan Webb. Webb kept it in. He's hit it back in, and first time hit by Warren Harris gives Slough the lead on the 81st minute here. And could it be happening again? Could Slough be ending these hoodoos that they've had? That win at Redditch on Saturday, where they'd never got anything from Redditch. They've never got anything from a game here at Weymouth, and they now lead 1-0. And Weymouth can't change it up. Weymouth have got to go for a goal here, which could leave gaps behind their defence. Substitution for Slough. Gavin James is coming off. Coming off will be Gherkin Gockman. So Gavin James. Gherkin Gockman shaved his hair. So we've got a third Mitchell brother. That's no good though. He looks totally different, Dan. Look at him. You wouldn't recognise him. 15. He's got no hair.
I saw a picture of him before the game, and I think it was John Porter put a tweet out saying he's trying to look like one of his joint managers.
Oh dear, that's so confusing now. We've got three bald-headed people on the pitch and one commentating. So the ball's now with Weymouth on the far-hand side with Cooper. Cooper plays it back to Brooks. Brooks cross to Zubar. As Weymouth, instead of getting behind their own team, decide to slag off the Slough support. As the ball's played up here
interesting
to
to see how many of them come to us when they travel to us on a Tuesday.
So the ball's come off. Good defending there by Hewitt's played the ball off Jordan, and it's out for a throw to Slough on the far hand side. So into the final 10 minutes. Slough now lead here 1-0. So it's Weymouth 0, Slough Town 1. And Slough just being urged by the referee to speed up a little bit at the moment on that far hand side, not to rush in taking this throw. It's been flicked on by Impey in towards Nathan Webb. We're trying to play the ball through, but it will come all the way through to the goalkeeper Thomas, who picks the ball up about 10 yards outside of his box, hits it long, aiming for Nisbet. Nisbet's up against Yetton. Yetton first to the ball, and then Stonehouse comes across. Ball still with Yetton on the edge of the box. He's trying to go around and turn around a couple of players, plays it inside, and then a shot there by Weymouth is so bad it's almost hit the corner flag on the far hand side, and Slough can relax that little bit of pressure off them now and can just waste a little bit more time. A little bit of time management maybe for Slough. And it's Scott taking this goal kick for Slough. Slough leading with about 7 minutes plus whatever the referee adds on. We have had all three substitutions by both teams. Scott with this long ball, trying to find the run. It's going to be Zubar that heads the ball in. Come to Shepherd. Shepherd trying to flick it in. Warren Harris closes down on Cooper, but Cooper cuts inside. As there's flashing blue lights, I just realised there's a police station over there. It's nothing, don't worry too much. Ball's on the side with Cooper. Cooper goes back to Davis. Davis closed down by Nathan Webb. Plays the ball forward, only as far as Togwell. And Slough just loses. There's a bad challenge there. And I'm trying to see who it is. It was Cooper with the challenge, and is the linesman on the far hand side. It was a foul by him on Warren Harris, and Slough have a free kick. You can speak into the microphone, Dan. You've got that. Remember that. That's what I left it for.
See Leamington 2-1 up against Redditch. I believe Redditch were 1-0 up in that game.
They were indeed. And Murph they had another game cancelled a couple of weeks ago, so there must be 2 games behind everyone else at the moment.
Yep, Dunstable 4, St Ives 1. I think St Ives were winning in that one as well at one point.
As the ball's flicked on by Charlie Ember, trying to find Gockman. Gockman chases Zubar down, but Zubar with the clearance. Up towards Nisbet. Nisbet beaten to the ball by Jordan. Brad Hewitt comes across, gets his head to the ball. It's out for a throw. Slough trying to get back into their defensive positions. They're going to leave the throw for Winnell. Winnell just waiting for an option. Finds his option. I can't see who he is. Apologies for that. Ball's with Evans in towards Davis. Davis bringing the ball forwards, trying to play it in towards Shepherd. Shepherd with time to turn, trying to run past a couple of players. Slough Wall defensively stops it. It's Warren Harris of all players, and he just plays the ball forward. Slough just, I think that they're kind of playing a 4-5-1 formation now, as Thomas, the goalkeeper, spreads the ball out wide. It's flicked on, only as far as Stonehouse. Stonehouse will hoof that ball clear, and Slough, just with only one recognised striker in MP on the pitch, will just...
It does look like Webb's sort of sitting just in front
Yeah, I think it's
of the midfield.
It's like a
little bit.
4-2-3-1 as the long ball forwards here by Winnells, headed clear by Stonehouse, flicked on by Warren House. It will come through to Empire. Empire takes it on his chest, controls the ball, holds it up, plays it into the ball where Nathan Webb is. Webb's now got Gockman on this far hand side. Gockman here can run at the Weymouth defence, goes past one, goes past two, just overruns the ball there, and Zubar can bring the ball back, but then Gockman wins it back for Slough.
Done well there, Gockman to recover there, very
back
well.
to Gockman. Gockman flicks it in now to Tugwell. Tugwell to Webb. Oh, Webb's got a bit of space here. If he can find Gockman, he can. Gockman's going to pick up on the edge of the box. He's going to hit the cross in. He's going to get there. He slid in and
So
couldn't
close.
get a big enough touch on it. He got to it, little bit of a touch, and he just in the box. But Mark Scott will come to that, takes it on his chest, and will wait for Yetton to come towards him, and then dives on top of the ball, and just wasting a little bit of time. They're not to the delight of the Weymouth fans around that side, and Scott just holding the ball in his hands, and then launches a huge long kick, trying to find Warren Harris. Harris up against Cooper. Harris does well to control it off his fly. The ball's still not gone out of play. Both of them will chase it. Cooper up against Harris. Cooper does well, keeps the ball in play, and then plays it back to his goalkeeper Thomas. Thomas now with the chance to get Weymouth on the attack again. Long ball forwards up, and it's come through to Stonehouse. Stonehouse's ball comes through to Simon Dunn. Dunn flicking the ball forwards and just putting it into kind of no man's land. Cooper will keep it in, and Thomas will come and get this one just outside his area. St Neots 1, Kettering 5 is a score. Full-time score, Cirencester 3, Cinderford 2. Nisbet wins a header. Webb can't get to the second one. Fraser's headed the ball on. It's come through to Tugwell. Tugwell just heads it back to Scott. Scott just under a bit of pressure there from Jordan, but manages to come out and collect the ball. As Scott has the ball in his hands, looks for the long kick down, looking for Empire. Empire takes it on his chest but can't control it. Davis wins it back for Weymouth, gets the ball to Evans. Evans can try and orchestrate something for Weymouth here, chipping the ball forwards. Nisbet's underneath it. He wins the first header. It will come through to Nathan Webb. Webb just holds it in the centre, turns a couple of players, still got the ball, evades a couple more challenges, gives it to Simon Dunn. Dunn trying to bring the ball
Very well
out,
done there, Nathan Webb.
gives it to Sean Fraser. Fraser plays the ball down the line. It's out of play. Adrian Sear catches the ball off the field, and they've taken it 10 yards away from where the ball went out, but Weymouth had the ball, hit it straight at Nathan Webb, and then the ball will go into the Slough dugout, and Slough not going to give the ball back quickly. Ball's going to be a throw-in with Winnell. Winnell throws it back to Zubar. Zubar, under no pressure, clears the ball along here to Davis. It's Cooper, that picks the ball up. But on the far-hand side to Evans. Evans got Cooper on the overlap, trying to find him, but that's a poor ball, and Warren Harris will shield that out. And good play there by Warren Harris again. As Slough win a throw-in, and he's just going to waste a little bit of time. Let Paul Stonehouse come and take this throw, as it remains Weymouth 0, Slough Town 1.
Just into the last minute of normal time.
And the ball's with Slough, win it with Warren Harris. Warren Harris trying to flick it into the path of Gockman. Gockman holds the ball up, trying to get to Dunn. Dunn trying to go past Zubar. He's still got the ball. Zubar's got a touch. It's got to be a corner, surely. It's got to be a corner.
Looked like a corner from up here, but the ref's giving a goal kick.
Yeah, so is the linesman. That's a terrible decision there, referee. But it's Thomas gets the clearance long for Weymouth. Underneath it is Brad Hewitt. It comes in, and then Fraser wins the ball for Slough. Treads on it and loses it. But Slough, it's a good challenge there. The ball will break in the middle for Yetton. Yetton's got a chance to play it in. Slough, they managed to get it, and Scott dives on the ball. And it was a bit of luck there. Yetton had cut inside. It kind of fell in between two players, and I think it was Jordan who seems to have injured his arm as he's fallen over there. Ball's with Scott. He's got it in his hands. Just drops it outside his penalty area, and then aims a long ball down. That's long, too far above everyone, and that will go. Will Thomas keep that in from going out for a goal kick? He's going to keep it in so that he can take it a bit further down the field. As Thomas, apparently 3 minutes are being added on, we're told. The ball's up. Brad Hewitt wins that first header. Then Dunn flicks the ball on, only as far as Davis. And Davis hooks the ball over, trying to find it over the top of the Slough defence. It comes through. Nisbet with a touch there, wins the ball. And then Tugwell with a clearance. And then the ball's just hit into no man's land. Slough quite happy to let Cooper have it. He's 10 yards inside his own half. And then Cooper's just looking to whack that ball into the box. Underneath it is Weymouth play. Flicks it onto the far-hand side where it's Smith who's trying to keep the ball in up against Tugwell. Or was that Gockman? Because he's balled in, I can't tell. ball over the cross there, and then Stonehouse with a poor touch. Ball falls down, and then Slough trying to get the ball back. It's with Shepherd on the far hand side. Shepherd trying to tee up Winnell. Winnell tries to play, but he's overhit it to Gockman, and now Slough have the ball with Nathan Webb. Will they try and break? Webb's going to hold it. He's going to flick the ball on, trying to find Charlie MP in a race with Cooper, but Cooper wins the ball and then plays it back to Thomas. Thomas plays it back to Davis. Zubar, the centre back, played in the centre circle. You've either got to be up front or be somewhere else. Slough win the ball. We're done. Dunn now plays through to Warren Harris. Warren Harris is going to try and get the ball. Gets there first. Now can Slough
Great
break?
touch there.
Is he going to just run it into the corner? He's got Zubar up alongside him now. Charlie Empire's not going to get near him.
I've got
he's
90 seconds overplayed so far.
So Slough do well. Scott Harris has won a throw, and the Slough fans making a lot of noise behind that goal now, whereas the Weymouth fans have gone suddenly quiet. And Slough have this throw, taken quickly from Stonehouse, looking for Warren Harris. Harris running into the corner, just trying to hold the ball up here. He's got two players on him, loses it out to Zuba, but across Nathan Webb. Webb wins the ball back, comes off a Weymouth player. It's another throw to Slough. No hurry for Slough to take the throw in. Nathan Webb's going to leave it for Paul Stonehouse. And Slough just trying to manage this game out. Flicks it in. It's come off Warren Harris and out for a goal kick. Slough now have to try and get back in numbers as Thomas, the goalkeeper, looks to just throw the ball anywhere in the 6-yard box, trying to hit the ball down the field. It's long. Underneath it for Slough, Brad Hewitt wins that first one. Comes through to Charlie Davis for Weymouth. Gives it to Dean Evans. Evans plays it in towards Shepherd. Shepherd wants to be close to the goal. Plays a long ball over looking for Winnell. Winnell's up against Gockman. Plays the ball out. Togwell trying to win it for Slough. It's come through in the middle for Dan Smith. Smith plays it out here to Shepherd. Shepherd takes a touch. Closed down by Warren Harris. Trying to play the ball into the box. Weymouth trying to turn. And it's fired over the top there. A wasteful effort. It's actually come off a Slough player, so it's a corner. So Weymouth have a corner in these dying seconds of the game. And feel free to blow your whistle anytime now, referee. As they're trying. I think they're signalling for the goalkeeper to come up. They are. They're going to signal for the goalkeeper to go forward. So Thomas is sprinting forward. He stopped. Is he going to go forward? He is. He's going to make it into the box. Now with some defending to do from this corner. As the corner comes into the near post, Mark Scott pushes it over. It's the final whistle. Slough do it. They finish this hoodoo at Weymouth with a 1-0 victory. A goal on the 81st minute from Warren Harris gives Slough the lead in a game where Weymouth have been most probably the better team with the shots. We haven't really tested the Weymouth
goalkeeper. You definitely feel aggrieved if you were a Weymouth fan. It was a fairly even game, but they did definitely shade it on chances and possession.
And that's the final score here from the Bob Lucas Stadium. The next game for the Rebels is Saturday. It's the FA Cup as Slough visit Cambridge City. For those of you planning to go, please remember that Cambridge City play at St Ives.
And don't forget, we have a coach going to St Ives. Hopefully this time we'll get there, because we didn't last time. 12 o'clock from Wexham Park, £25 for adults, £20 for concessions, £5 accompanied juniors. And
also just to remind, we've never actually broadcast from St Ives, so we're not exactly sure what the setup is, so we may have a few problems. We have apologies for the problems, but look at the Slough players going to the Slough fans that have made this trip down tonight. That's what you want to see. There is a big team spirit here in this Slough Football Club, and it's replicated by the fans. And a long journey here on a Tuesday night for Slough has given them the 3 points. So we're going to say goodbye. Thank you for listening. Apologies again. But the final score, Weymouth 0, Slough Town 1. When you get a second, can you... Oops,